Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Today I bring to you this makeup look. I love this makeup look. I love the way it came out. It turned out I had a little bit of trouble with the lip because the lip color I was choosing were too nude and pinkish, and this is kind of like orange, red, burnt kind of eye look. So in this video I am using the Jaclyn Hill Palette by Morphe, the collaboration. Now there is so many videos of makeup looks and reviews and swatches and all that good stuff on YouTube and Instagram and everywhere, but I got my palette and I've been playing with it here and there. This is what the palette looks like. It's so beautiful. I love this palette. I think I've used it 4 times already. So my palette didn't come with a little insert for the names of the palette. So what I did is I, Googled the eyeshadow palette. There was the names of it. I screenshot it. And what I ended up doing is writing all of the names on the palette with a permanent marker. And that worked out for me. Now I don't know, everybody else is like taping their little palette right here, the little paper right here, or on the back of it, and I just decided to write it because I wasn't going to print out a paper and cover it up. So this works for me, and if you think this would work for you, then I highly suggest you do this. That way you know all the names of the shadows. So if you want to see how I created this look using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, then just keep on watching. So I went ahead and did this eye off camera, and on this eye I just prepped my eyes with the Morphe concealer, and I set it with the Wet n Wild Creme Brulee powder. Did my brows off camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, and I'm gonna go in with butter, this color right here, and I'm gonna put that right in my crease. So right above my crease. There we go, right there. Now going in with Porter, this shade right here, I'm gonna go and put that right in my crease as well. And the brush I'm using is the Morphe M521 brush right in my crease. Going in with the brush I used to apply butter, I'm just gonna go and buff the edges out, and with no additional product, I'm just gonna buff all the edges. Make sure there's no harsh lines. I'm gonna take the shade Hunts, which is this one right here. It's like a beautiful burnt orange, red, fire kind of color. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it on a Morphe R38 brush, and I'm gonna go right here in the crease and on the outer corner. So just right here lightly. And then bring it in after I pack on the product on the outer corner. Now this shade is very, very, very pigmented, so a little goes a long way and you build up the color, because if you go in with heavy hand, it's going to take you forever to blend it out. So I want it a little bit more darker, so I'm going to go in with some more on a brush, take off the excess, and then go right back. Outer corner, and then bring it in. Again, fluffy brush, blend everything out. So I'm going to go back in with Porter and just put a little bit more right in that crease because the pigmentation got blended. And I just want it to be a little bit more darker. So with the clean brush, again, the same brush, no additional product, I'm going to blend again. Going in with the star of the show, I'm going to go in with Firecracker and put that all over my lid. First, I'm going to go in with the product dry, and then I'm going to wet my brush just to intensify the color. But this shadow is so pigmented and beautiful. Look at that. Just one swipe. It's just so, so beautiful. I love this color. Now going in with the same color, I just wet it with a little bit of mist inset from e.l.f. Just wet the brush, and I'm going to go over it again and pack that color on there. So going in with Porter again, I'm just gonna deepen up the crease and put it inside the crease right there. Same brush, the M521 brush. I'm gonna go in with Mocha, which is this brown color right here in the corner. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the outer corner of my crease. So right here. And then go in my crease. So outer and then in. And looking down on a mirror, I can see both eyes and kind of try to mimic what I'm doing. So I'm gonna just build up Mocha until it kind of looks even on both sides. Now going in with the brush, the R38 brush, I still have some hunts on here. I'm gonna go ahead and just buff the crease out with that because I still want that orangey burnt color to peek through, just like this side. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lightly buff that. Now with a clean brush, I'm gonna buff all the edges. Going in with a Luxie tapered blending brush, I am gonna go into Soda Pop, which is this dark color right here. I'm gonna just tap that color on the brush, tap off the excess, and then I am going to dab it right here on the outer corner of my lid. So just right here, I'm gonna dab it, not doing too much. And then blend inwards towards the eyeshadow. And then up after I have no more product left on the brush. Going in with the brush where I used Porter and Mocha, I'm just gonna blend those colors together and buff it in my crease. Going in with the shade Beam that's right here, I'm going to put that on my brow bone and also in my inner corner. So that sugar is intense. Yep. Beam is the perfect name for this eyeshadow, for real. Going in with a clean blending brush, I'm just gonna blend that out. Off camera, I'm going to do my liner with the NYX liquid liner, and I'm going to put on some lashes, and then I'm gonna clean my face up, and then I'll be right back with you guys to finish off the face. So moving on to the face, I am going to use this First Day Beauty Coconut Skin Smooth Priming Moisturizer. I got this in a sample on my Play by Sephora box. So I'm going to go ahead and use that as my primer. And I don't know if that's a lot or a little bit, but we're going to find out. This thing smells so good. Next, I'm going to use this Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. And I'm going to put that all over as my foundation.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide.
I love this foundation. The only bad thing about this foundation is that it oxidizes, so while it sets into my skin, it turns a little bit orange, so that's why I had to blend it down. But this matches my skin tone perfectly as is right now. I just noticed that it gets a little bit orangey as it starts to set on my face, and that's something that I don't love. But I do love the way it looks on my skin, and the coverage is pretty good. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more right here. And blend that out.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through.
So moving on to concealer, I'm going to use the same concealer I use for my eyelids, which is the Morphe concealer in the shade Oats. And I'm gonna go ahead and try this out. This is my first time using it, so I don't know how I'm gonna like it, but the shade seems to be pretty okay. I'm gonna do one eye at a time for this though, because I don't know how it's gonna work with me.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sound.
I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to get my sponge. I'm going to bake the under eye, and normally I don't do this, but I feel like I need to, especially if I'm gonna go with the under eye with the eyeshadows, because I did show a lot of fallout. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go in with this Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light, and there goes the shade. And I used this once before, and it's really nice. It's shimmery, and it also is pigmented. It goes on my skin beautifully. I'm gonna go ahead and just bronze my face with this. I don't want to contour or anything like that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze my cheeks and my forehead. Contour the sides of my nose. I'm just gonna go in with this highlight and palette by IBY Beauty. Got it a BoxyCharm. I am just gonna go in with contour 1 and put that on the sides of my nose. I'm gonna use a little bit and put it on my cheekbone. Finishing off with the lower lash line, I'm gonna take the Morphe 521 brush, and I'm gonna just dip my brush into Mocha with the brush I used for Mocha on my upper lashes, and I'm just gonna buff that in the crease. I mean, on my lower lash line. I need a mirror. I'm going to take a Crown C513 brush. I'm going to dip it into Soda Pop, and I'm going to go right on the lash line and try to just use this as like a black liner and go right into the lash line without bringing it down. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little brush, go into Beam, and then just put that in my inner corner right there in that gap where it's missing color. So going in with a brush, I'm just going to wipe away all the loose powder that I have on my face. Just going to go ahead and wipe that away. Going in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, I'm just going to quickly do my bottom lashes. Next, I'm going to use the California blush by Benefit, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on the apples of my cheeks. I'm going to set my face with the Milani Make It Do setting spray. It's a hydrate and illuminating set. So it looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and pop that on, spray that on my face. I'm going to go ahead and set my brows with the Anastasia clear brow gel. I'm just going to set them. Going in with the Anastasia Glow Kit, I am going to use the shade Summer and Moonstone. So these two, I'm going to just mix them together, go back and forth. And then I'm going to highlight my cheekbones with that.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold tight.
So I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D Lolita 2, and I'm gonna use that on my lips today. Alright guys, that completes this makeup look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, bye guys.